Hola clase, today we are going to talk about possessive adjectives. Now, possessive adjectives are just a simpler way to say how you're showing possession of something. So, for example, saying my pencil, our car, his mom. They're all taking ownership of an item, or in the case of his mom, person. Right? A possessive adjective is an adjective that describes ownership or describes possession of a certain item or certain noun. All right, because remember, adjectives always have something to do with nouns. Adjectives always describe nouns. Like all adjectives in Spanish, possessive adjectives must match the noun in number and gender. This is not new information to us either. All right, we went over the number and gender back when we were doing other things with adjectives, like more specifically colors. And then also possessive adjectives replace articles. So they replace the el, la, los, las, un, unos, etc. Because it doesn't make sense to say my, the pencil, our, the car, or his, a mom. That doesn't make sense. And that doesn't make sense in English. It doesn't make sense in Spanish either. And then you do not use both in front of the word. Now our formula we're going to have is our possessive adjective, or possessive adjective, plus our noun, or our person, place, or thing that it's describing. All right. Now for possessive adjectives in Spanish, we have singular and we have plural because they have to agree in number. All right. So the singular form of how to say my is me, and then the plural, you're just going to simply add an s, me and mis. And we have tú and tus, so we're just adding an s. Notice though, in this tú, there's no accent mark. All right, there's an accent over here when we're saying you, but there's no accent mark over here when we're saying your. You versus your. And then the el, usted, or the his, hers, and yours formal, we're going to have su and sus. All right, this is going to be the exact same as the ellos, ellas, and ustedes forms, su and sus. Now they're the same. They're the exact same. So how we are able to tell the difference is we have to interpret their meaning based on the context. All right, this context of what you hear when you read them. All right, so context is super, super important with the su and sus. And then the nosotros and vosotros, this form is a little bit weird. We have nuestro or nuestra. We would just replace the O with an A. Nuestro, nuestra. Then we have nuestros and nuestras. So we just replace that OS with an AS. That's what happens every time you see the dash. You're going to see that dash a lot in your vocab packet this unit as well. So that's what that means. The vosotros, you have vuestro and vuestra, R-O there. And then vuestros and vuestras. Alright, so that's the vosotros form. Now I'm going to take a look at some examples down here. We have mi amigo. I'm going to look up here in my chart. I'm going to find mi. I know that mi means my. So I'm going to say my amigo, or my friend. We're going to do one other example down here with the sus libros. Now libros, we remember, means books. So we're going to say his or hers.
Christy Plusher, can you call Nancy at 5809? Christy Plusher, call Nancy at 5809.
Sorry about that, class A. So his or her books. And then for the other form, we could also have their books. depending on the context. So it depends on this context right there. All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to do these last 4. All right, fill in those last 4, and then we will talk about it next class after our entrance slip. Gracias, clase. Adios.